Right, the next thing we're going to be looking into is a if-else statement. So if something is true or not true, then the system is going to do something depending on that factor here. Let's start with a basic one. So we're just going to create a variable that states your age, and let's go with you are 25. So we're just setting a variable that's called age and having the value of 25 in this one. We want to create a if statement about this. And that's just basically typing if, and then we use the parentheses, and we use a curly bracket like this. And inside our parentheses here, just like with our mixins and everything we did before, we are going to put in a condition. So usually it's true, false. Well, it is true or false. And we're going to tell the system, well, if you are, let's go with if age, we know right now that age is 25. If age is below, let's go 24. Or wait, if age is higher than 24, that's the one. Then you're going to print out something in the console log for me. Yay, much, wow, like this. So that's kind of the first statement. So if this statement is true, if age is smaller than 24, then print out much, wow. Let's see what actually happens in our browser. So if I do this, it prints out nothing, because right now the statement is not true. So let's switch this around. So like this, if age is bigger than 24, let's go back and hit refresh, and then it prints this one out. So now the statement is true compared to before, where we just flipped it around like this. Age is smaller than 24. Nope. So basically what it is this: is 25 smaller than 24? No, that's not true. But 25 like this, and we flip it around. If 25 bigger than 24? Yes, that is true. Then you're going to print out much wow here. So that's basically what's happening here. We are using a variable 25 and asking the question, is this true or false? And then depending on whatever the result, do this if it's true, or this. So that's kind of the first thing. Let's see if this was the one that worked. It was, yes. So if this was not true, like it is right now, nothing prints out. Then it does nothing. That's kind of, what do we want to do that for? But we can put in something called a else. That's basically the opposite. So if something is not true, then do this. Or if something is not true or true, do the other part. We can do console log here again, just to print something out in our not so much. Wow. Hey, I can't spell. Like this. So if this is blank right now and I hit refresh, it should go with the last one. So not so much wow, because first statement here is not true. So it's going to skip this part, because I don't want to write something out if it's not true. Then it sees there's an else statement here, which means, oh cool man, I gotta go to this, and then I grab this and print this out instead of the other one. We can continue adding a little bit more to this, so we can create something called a else if. Also, if we have even more, so we can create yet another set of instructions for it here to be put in. So like if the age equals to 25, then console log, let's go with 25-ish, like this. So we actually just created yet another condition for this loop to run through. So let's see what we can do with this. So if age is equals to 25, then let's try this. And it says 25-ish, because right now this is not true. Still, this is not true. Then it goes to the next part, which is this, age is 25. Then it prints this out, and it skips the last part here. So we can also kind of create different areas for the code to run depending on the condition of our if-else statement. And again, if this one is true, right now it's going to print out much wow and stop. So it stops after something is true or being run, and then it's going to skip the two last ones. So woo! And then we can continue going on. So it's not if nothing is correct anymore, let's do this, goes to 25-ish. But if this is being changed to 27, not true, not true, last one true. So That's a standard or a basic way of creating a if-else statement where we're telling the system to do something depending on the truth, on the Boolean, on if something is true or false.